Right, now we saw what swapping is, and I concluded by saying there are variants. The simplest variant, standard swapping, is what I explained in the previous part. Now we are not going to look at too many variants of swapping, just one other variant which is called swapping with paging. So what happens here is very simple. Your process is divided into pages, right? So if your process has memory locations from 1000 to 1100, which is like 100 memory locations, that will be divided into, let's say, 20 pages, each of size 5 memory locations. So from 1000 to 1004, that is one memory location. 1004, I'm sorry, and then again from 1005 to 1009 is one memory location. So basically the idea is your process is divided into pages of equal size, subsections, right? Now in swapping with paging, the idea is, instead of swapping out or swapping in my entire process, what if I can swap out and swap in specific sections of my process, specific pages. So we'll look at the diagram and understand better. This is fine, right? So you have process A, which is divided into 5 segments, A, B, C, D, E, segments or pages. Process B again is divided into F, G, H, I, J, right? So if you are working on this process and you don't want to swap out the entire process and swap it back in again, but you know that B, C and E are not some segments which I will be using right now. So in that case, you can page out those segments, put them in the backing store, and then page in F, G and H, or F, H and J, whatever you need. So the idea is, one, instead of moving an entire process, which is a bulky operation, either move out or move in, you're going to move out or move in only some pages, some segments, subsections of that process. So less resource expensive in that. That is one thing. Secondly, I'm working on this process, so I cannot totally swap out A, but at the same time I'm only working on some specific segments of this process and not everything. So if that is the scenario, you don't have to keep those segments which you're not working on, so you can page them out, page in whichever segments you need. So swapping with paging is basically you divide your process into pages, and then you put some pages in the backing store, you take some back out of the backing store as and when you require. That's the very simple idea of swapping with paging. There is nothing much to it.